You about to chase evolution. Voices shake the ground, you feel it moving. The revolution.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adriana. Today I want to share about my recent activation and what actually happened, how it happened, and how this may assist other people. I was recently activated to my core, my original blueprint, and I saw clearly why I processed everything the way I did and how everything links to everything else. In 2012, I went through my awakening journey, releasing, learning, lessons and everything, experiences, and in 2017 it all started happening in a balanced way, and I was able to share the journey that I was on. I stayed in specific, let's call them loops, life lessons that I had to gain experience in order to extract the lesson from there and really learn ways to heal in such a deep level so that I'm able to actually assist other people. With all these changes that are happening in all areas of our lives, we go through many changes, and many of us feel stress or felt stress at some point, and confusion, overstimulation of emotions, and not knowing how to deal with them. And my recent activation was about this topic and how it relates to DNA. I had a DNA activation of my core, the center of my being, which is like a tree. Each of us are like trees, and I will explain more about this in a moment. Many of us are already aware of the programming that we've been through, and things are starting to change, and we can see it. Lies are brought up, systems start to crumble because new ones need to be built. It's time for balance. So everything is accelerating, not only planetarily, but if we zoom out, we see from the outside in that actually everything is a reflection. Everything has cycles, everything has a beginning and an end. I now know what to do because I was shown how DNA works and what actually is and how it operates and how to do this within my body, and also to assist others in this without trying to figure it out anymore. For so long I was on the path, and I knew that there was more. After going through enough things to learn and to grow and to gain wisdom so that I could guide other people, I'm now ready to actually start doing this through the original blueprint of who I came here to be. If you've ever listened to the previous podcast where I explain things more about DNA and how it works and how I learned things about my body and about specific areas in the body that hold energy and create blockages or diseases, I learned how to use specific techniques to clear the DNA, to heal it through discernment, intuition, discipline, organization, healthy habits, healthy routines, healthy rituals, daily affirmations, and many things. I grew and I feel ready to share more. My recent activation started learning about the sacred geometry of my body, of the earth, of the water, the air, and the fire, and how they all come together to show us what we need to see. Self-awareness is the key to perceive a different type of reality that coexists here, but we vibrate differently. I was guided to share with you what I learned about water, how it relates to us, the DNA, and everything around us, and the sacred geometries that not only water has, but we have and the earth has, and how everything is related to our womb and the womb of creation. Everything in our bodies is a reflection of how the earth operates, how the womb operates, how creation operates, and everything is connected through these elements. DNA is quantum, is not only in our bodies, DNA is everything. We grow through our hearts, we become these beings, but everything is the heart, everything starts from somewhere. When I became self-aware and felt the frequency of myself, I realized that I am water, and I was awakened to the sacred geometries, and each sacred geometry teach us something through the elements, and I was taught by my higher selves how they relate to our DNA and how they operate and how they affect the DNA, and that we have power as creator beings to steer the ship of our consciousness. Everything that is happening or was happening so far is a war on consciousness, a way to steer us away from the totality, the wholeness of our beingness, of our sovereignty. I learned more about the breath, the earth, our connection to the earth, how the Kundalini energy is actually the umbilical cord that connects us to our source, how it's connected to our lineages and ancestry, and learning how to use my abilities to clear blockages from the lineage. So through this program, I actually want to show people how to do this themselves, not just follow things that we're not sure if they are going to help, or we give up in the middle of it because we don't see results. This time, because I've also been there, I've asked, I want to know more and actually see why we're doing this. And now I know, and I want to share this knowledge with others. It all started with the realization that we are water. Through breath, we have the power to direct the frequency of water and to change the chemistry within our bodies. I dived more into this information, and I learned through Greek medicine and also through studying to become a fitness instructor. I learned about the physical aspect of it, and through other downloads that I was receiving on how to use, my abilities and the specific pressure points on the body to release the energy, to bring the body back to homeostasis. And I was doing this on myself, and while doing this I was also guiding other people. And then the more I learned, the more I was interested in this. Through being on a path of specific lifestyle habits that helped me align back to my center, I awakened from within myself as a tree. And why I say as a tree, because it's a way that truly represents who we are, that we're not separate from earth. Learning about the breath and the air and how it relates, and how the external temperatures and cycles influence the internal, and how it was all manipulated to change our blueprint, to do specific things that manipulate and change our cycles within, so that we are confused and with diseases, being distracted from external things, and being dependent upon external things that had control over us. I learned about how temperature influences the body, how this relates to DNA, and how we can use the elements to heal our bodies, and how every element is within our bodies and is also everywhere else around us. This is the meaning of as above, so below, as within, so without. Going through this acceleration and through all those downloads that I've been receiving, and through all that healing and releasing, I had so many stagnant energy. I had a lot of things going on, and I was also being taught at the same time how to heal this, how to do this, and to do specific things that led me to this DNA activation. It gives purpose and meaning and faith and power and strength and true alignment with who we truly are within. Trusting the self, loving the self, and really having more self-awareness is the key to everything else. I went deeper and learned more about the chakras and how they're related to DNA, and how the Kundalini is the stream of consciousness that is connected to our source, and how it has a physical sense, a physical aspect of it, and how we can use this energy. I was activated to these gifts within me, and I saw that my body has these capabilities with using my energy, learning how to use my fields, and how to clear my body, and it's so beautiful that I have no words to really describe the activation that I had. But I'm so passionate about talking about it and helping other people, and I hope you guys want to learn more about it, because I put my heart into everything I do, and this time it's something that it's beyond the physical, and it's actually being embodied within me, and I'm ready to share it and activate more and more. As I learn more and activate myself more, this becomes a true passion, and like I can't describe it, but I'm very excited and passionate about it. I learned how everything is a womb and has a womb, and it's, let me just share a visual that I had through this activation. Maybe this will help you see what I mean through my vision, through my perspective, because shifting dimensions has to do with perspective. It's a shift of perspective, of becoming aware of a change of frequency, raising of frequency, and each dimension has its own frequency. I was shown as a symbol through my higher selves, because that's the way I communicate with them, through symbols, and then I open up and decode the symbols and actually embody them and see how they work and operate. If I am water, our bodies and the earth is one, a body earth vehicle, earth body vehicle. We are connected to it like a mother and a womb and a baby. We are inside the womb of earth, and earth is connected to the mother creation through the umbilical cord, and this umbilical cord has to do with our umbilical cord, that is the kundalini, that is the center of our bodies, the center of our chakra system, that is connected to everything else, all the elements, sacred geometry of our bodies, and how the earth has a sacred geometry, and how the water connects to this, like the blood connects to our veins and our vessels, and how it's the same with earth, and we are one, and like our organs are actually attached to the earth. That's why we store emotions and we store our energetic signature to this planet, because we literally are one organism. Through this, I learned the right way to ground and to use the sacred geometry of my body to open up the channels within my body to align with my own, I will call it tree, inner tree. We have the earth body vehicle and the earth breath. The earth breath is connected to our breath and the element of air. We have the ability to direct air, just like we have the ability to influence the breathing within our body. And breathing has the ability to calm the water within our bodies, to restore its sacred geometry from distortion and bring homeostasis. That's why breathing is important, and movement is important, and the right nutrition is important, because everything influences the blood flow, the water within our body. So far, we've been using air, earth, and fire. And fire, as we know, burns things if it's out of control. Everywhere within our bodies, in our systems, in our society, and in other cycles that are now coming to an end, to bring forth the true light, the truth of why we're here, how we can use our bodies to activate, how we can use our DNA to be more, to see more, to feel more, and to embody our highest potential. I saw how the yin and yang and the DNA strands are related, how everything meets in the middle, and it's the activation of the inner tree that is connected to a bigger organism that is us again. And the more we activate through this tree, the more we activate from within our bodies, the more we are able to perceive, and the more we're able to expand. And when we learn how to expand, I was shown that our house, the our reality is a part of our body, just like the earth is, and it's a dimensional room. We have control over this dimensional room. We are a branch of a dimensional tree, owning a tree that is connected to the mother womb of creation of this universe. I've also become aware of the archetype that I came to represent here, and the lessons that I had to go through in order to heal a specific lineage that I come from, and how to heal the original archetype, because we are all fractals of 12 archetypes. Those archetypes are connected to the planets, the cycles, the months, the ancient mythologies, dimensions, even our zodiac signs. That's why everything is one, because everything relates to everything else, and everything has a cycle. Everything is a cycle within cycles, within cycles, within cycles, and we operate through these cycles. And that's why I was awakened to temperature and the elements, because I realized how everything has been manipulated to change our original cycle of homeostasis and balance from within the body, and how fear operates within our body and creates chemical reactions and changes the hormones within our body and keeps us constantly in overstimulation and separation from our body, separation from our reality, separation from each other, separation and fear, and imposed things and distractions to be externally stimulated, and forget how to tune into the tree, to our bodies, to our reality, to the house, to the dimensional room that we are. So I was guided to create this program that includes everything together in an affordable price, because I want more people to become aware of who they truly are, just like I felt this. And trust me, when you feel it, there is no other emotion that is higher than your true origin, where you come from and who you truly are as a human, as a multidimensional being, as a hybrid. Not by giving away your power and attention and focus and creation to different agendas, but just becoming self-aware and truly realize the miracle that you are. I'm now able to create stability and growth, not only within myself and presence, but also to help others to grow all the skills that are necessary to sustain this presence, to achieve this activation from within, because I now know after this activation how to do this. It's the original blueprint of how we all operate. It's not specifically for specific people, it's for everybody. This program, it includes not only fitness, physical, mental, spiritual. We go deeper into the DNA and how it works and operates, and every action that we take, how it affects the DNA, and use our DNA to bring totality and wholeness, health and homeostasis within, so that we can consciously align with who we truly are. We learn about pepsis, our bodies, our stored emotions, ways to clear stored emotions, to clear stagnant energy that causes diseases. We learn the right way to ground. It's not only the things that we read online and the catchy quotes and things. There's a source within that when it's activated, you just know, you just feel it. And this is what I want to share with you, and this is what I want to activate within you. We learn about the DNA in general, and it has so many branches, it has so many sub categories, that is such a vast thing that I truly now know how to operate it. It took 3 years for me to come to this activation and realization of what it actually means, how it is to activate your core and really see that there is no veil in between things and you're not separate. It's so clear to me that I really feel like so much passion and energy rushing through me that I want to really take you and shake you and show you. And like through doing this process of DNA activation, we win the war on consciousness, because we truly become self-aware and self-activated and self-sustained. We're shifting a timeline. We're shifting the direction that the earth was going, and we are elevating a planet. We're bringing more light not only within us, but balance, overall balance and homeostasis. If one person does this, if 10 people do this, those people create ripple effects that activate their territory, they activate their bodies, they activate their dimensional house and everybody they relate to and communicate with. Steadily, the planet is activating and awakening and going through processes that bring self-awareness and clearing, so that we can all align with this tree that we are, with the womb of creation, with who we truly are. I'm trying to cover as many things as I can, because this program is vast, is always growing and improving as I grow and improve and realize things. And I want you to be a part of my team. I want to help you do this, and there are so many details I want to touch upon. It has branches everywhere and I can see them, and I'm trying to really embody them and share them so that they make sense to you. Hopefully you feel what I'm feeling and you receive activation through what I'm sharing. I will share more and more details on this, either through blog posts or through my social media accounts. So follow me on Facebook or my groups or my Instagram, on the YouTube channel. I also share things through podcasts sometimes, because I have so much information that wants to come through and materializes, that I want to use as many platforms as possible so that I can share this message with as many people as I can, to be more activated and activate more people that I come into contact with. If you do feel a change within you, please like and subscribe to this channel and help me build the community. And if you're interested to join this program called Power Building Program for Fitness, Homeostasis and DNA Activation, I have a link in the description below, and I will share more, because now it's my responsibility to be a part of this shift in a more embodied way. So thank you, and I'll see you guys in my next video or podcast or blog post on social media or anything. Thank you.
We're the revolution.